All right, back at it again. Going through the last couple packs. Basically have, I think, 10 packs total left of mix of Unfinity and Edge of Eternity. So we'll just jump right into it. And probably not September 1st, but probably the second or third, we will jump into the Bloomborough box sitting right there. So, all right, we will just jump right into it, get through these packs, see if we pull anything good. Unfinity, the joke packs of Magic, as I've mentioned many times throughout this month. We are really looking for just the land cards and the shocklands in here. Those are worth the big bucks, mainly because the rest of the cards are not playable in standard because they're joke cards. Fun to open though. I've been really enjoying this box. So here we go. Okay, we've got Scooch, Unlawful Entry, Blank Bird Gets the Worm, Vegetation Abomination. The animal kingdom and vegetable categories kind of merged over time. Draconian Gatebot, Petting Zookeeper, Attempted Murder, Knight in Blank Armor. The lucky armor stop lightning and lasers, but sadly also love. Oh, is that the first uncommon? No, the first uncommon was Attempted Murder. Okay. Juggletron. It's all fun and games until it drops a guest, then it's a misdemeanor. Ooh, Ignacio of Myra's Marvels. I like that art. As Ignacio of Myra's Marvels enters the battlefield, choose armor, blood, book, bottle, fang, fire, scroll, spear, sword, or water. Whenever you cast a spell with the chosen object in its art, create 2 treasure tokens, partner. You can have 2 commanders if both have partner. That's pretty cool. Too bad these aren't legal play. Then we got a nice swamp card that's probably worth about $1. Then we have a drop tower, balloon stand, and motion sickness foil. Then teddy bear token. And then of course the sticker card is space, fungus, and snickerdoodle. We will throw these out of the way. Throw this card there. And land card, because that's worth about $1. I'm not even going to scan it because I know it's worth about $1 because I've pulled numerous of those out of this box. Alright. We'll go into the second pack of Unfinity. Down another Unlawful Entry. Blank Bird Gets the Worm. Xenosquirrels. Blankosaurus. Blorbian Buddy. Art Appreciation. The Space Family Goblinson. Great name for a card. Oddly enough, the Goblin cards are worth something from this deck. Not a lot, like maybe $1 or $2. Some of them are like 30 or 40 cents, but like everything else is 3 cents. So I'm not sure why the Goblin cards are worth something. Oh yeah, so didn't actually. Goblin Blastronauts. Tusk and Whiskers. I don't think I've seen that one. You put an ability sticker on a creature, put a +1/+1 counter on that creature. Weighing in at a combined 13,000 pounds and 2 ounces. Soul Performer. Elven Tap is the official language of 3 very obnoxious planets. Add Tap Tap. Activate only each one turn. While activating ability, this tap when activating an ability, use tap rather than tapping the permanent to pay for tap. That is confusing as heck. Okay. Then an island land card, which again worth usually about $1 or $2. Throw that over there. Information booth. Squirrel stack. Oh, and then a mythic Magar of the Magic Strings. It's a mythic foil. Look at that. Too bad I couldn't pull one of those out of the Edge of Eternity set. Let's see if that's going to be worth anything. Doubtful. Mainly because none of these are playable. Then a treasure token. And of course the sticker card. Primal Elder Kitty. And we'll jump into the last pack of Unfinity before we get to the Edge of Eternities. And surprisingly, both of these boxes have proven to be successful in pulling their money's worth of cards back compared to the cost of the box. Of course, that's if you sold it at the market value that the cards are currently at, but if you go to a store, you're probably only going to get 50% of that value. All right, we're looking at, so the moral of that story is don't invest in cards unless you like collecting them and you don't really plan on selling them. Jetpack Janitor, Disembowel, Command Performance, TAPPER, Technologically Advanced People-Pleasing Entertainment Robot, Glitter Flitter, Mistakes Were Made. In hindsight, Chandra's incendiary experience should never have been built next to Auntie Grub's House of Pitch. Blank Goblin, Ticking Mime Bomb, Park Bleeder, Icing Manipulator. I think that is the best pun in this set, unless I haven't come across something yet, but I feel like I've come across a majority of the cards. So unless there's like a mythic or a rare I haven't pulled yet, this is definitely the best pun. Mythic Phone a Friend. Whoa, what does this do? Okay, call someone and ask them to choose one. If they don't answer, an opponent chooses one. Don't explain anything else, you choose targets. A. Gain control of target creature you don't control. B. Choose target creature you control, create 2 tokens that are each copies of it. C. Take an extra turn after this one. Or D. Draw 7 cards. That's hilarious. Again, not going to be worth anything. And then we've got the island, which I'll also put over here. I'm going to scan those cards at the end to see what their market values are. Let y'all know. We got a fortune teller attraction. We've got a foam weapons kiosk attraction. Then we've got a trivia contest. Another attraction. Wow. And then we have a food token card and a sticker card, Eternal Acrobat Toast. So let's give those cards a scan before we jump into the Edge of Eternity sets. Alright, where's my... I am sometimes asked what scanner I use. I use TCG Player. Maybe not the best on the market, but it's free and it does the job. That is all that matters to me. So let's start with the island since I've got 2 of those. Alright, 69 cents. So this one is also 69 cents. And then the swamp. 91 cents. I said I wasn't going to scan that one because I already knew what the price was going to be. The Phone a Friend Mythic card is, just like I said, even though it's Mythic, it is like 20 cents. Magar of the Magic Strings. You know what? I'm going to look that one up manually because it is a foil, but I don't think that is going to change the outcome of the cost, considering this set. Alright, that is a 54-cent card. It's funny, like normally a foil in any of these would, you know, pump it up a little bit in value, but nope, it's just across the board 54 cents. Doesn't matter if it's foil or not. Alright, and then the last one. The rare Ignacio of Myra's Marbles is 14 cents. So like I said, for Unfinity, the real value is in those shock lands if you pulled them. I surprisingly pulled 3 from this set, with each of them worth about 30 to 40 bucks a piece. So that was pretty nice. All right, on to Edge of Eternities. I think I only have 4 more packs total from this box. Pulled 2 mythics, which are really good. Pulled, I believe, 1 shockland. Alright, we've got Orbital Plunge, Embrace Oblivion, Elvoy Gillblade, Night Luminary, I have like 17 of those, Blooming Stinger, Red Tiger Mechan, Pinnacle Killship. First uncommon is Emergency Eject. Then Tanuk Memorial Ensign, Steel Swarm Operator. Ooh, and then a Crystal Quarry land. Add just a plane, and then 5. Add 1 of each color. That's cool. I'll give that one a scan. Put that off to the side. Then Illumin Class Frigate is the rare. And then an uncommon Invasive Maneuvers. Look at that full art mountain card. Hey, Readcraft Bake in the chat. I'll throw that full art mountain card over here too. Then a lander token, robot token. I do like, so that, at least that's my favorite pull so far of the night. And we are on to our last pack. If I can get it open. There we go. The only thing that bummed me out really about Edge of Eternities was the lack of art cards. I like the chance of getting an art card. Alright, we've got Steelcraft Mechan, Flight Deck Coordinator, Drix Fate Maker, Melted Moxite, Comet Crawler, Pinnacle Killship, Nanoform Sentinel, Lash Whip Predator, I have a ton of those, Void Forge Titan, Cut Propulsion, Cerebral Download, then a Corel of the Void, or Coral of the Void. Enchant creature you control. Whenever enchanted creature attacks, put target creature card from the defending player's graveyard onto the battlefield under your control, tapped and attacking. Void. At the beginning of your end step, sacrifice this aura unless a non-land permanent left the battlefield this turn, or a spell was warped this turn. Interesting. I'll give that one a scan. We'll check it out. And then Drill 2 Deep foil card. And then a Swamp foil card. Lander token. Robot token. Alright, let's give these 4 cards a scan. See if they have any value. We'll start with that Full Art Mountain card. It's a $1.68, not bad. We'll do a Coral of the Void. Does not want to scan that one. Let's see. No, Coral of the Void is... Oh no, that is the pre-release one. Alright, the regular one is 23 cents. There it is. There we go. And then we'll do Lumen Class Frigate. That is good old 25 cents. And then last but not least, the Crystal Quarry. Let's see, which one is it here? Couple choices. Gotta make sure I'm not selecting the like crazy expensive one. There we go. Alright, Crystal Quarry. That's all of 50 cents. Cool looking card though. Yes, it's a whole lot of sense. Alright, well, no crazy pulls for tonight. Again, it seems like in these sets it's the lands that end up being worth the most, unless you pull. I did pull a couple mythics from Edge of Eternities the other day. But that's it for tonight, and I'll check y'all later.